Beer here back in the Fantasy Bar with your Week 12 NFL six-pack. 6 of my favorite plays ready for you on FanDuel and DraftKings, and we are going happy hour. What does that mean? We are slashing prices here, saving you money. Every single play, 8K or below on FanDuel, and every single play, including the Beast of the Week, under 6,500 on DraftKings. We've got a couple wide receivers in the mid-range I think are underpriced. A couple running backs in some good spots in that mid-range. A high-end tight end I want to go back to the well on, and a quarterback-receiver pairing I am eyeing up for Week 12. Who are we talking about? Only one way to find out. It's time to belly up to the Fantasy Bar. Welcome in, guys. Week 12 edition Beers Daily Fantasy six-pack. Good to be back in the friendly confines of the Fantasy Bar. Thank you, as always, for stopping by and checking out this week's video. Before we get to the Week 12 plays, do me a favor. Click that thumbs up button. That's the tip jar here to continue to bring you these free videos. Thank you for that. Subscribe, hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of the content. Quick recap of last week. Definitely a few guys that disappointed, but our Purdy to Jennings connection was solid. Jaan going over 20 DraftKings points, and we had a Beast of the Week contest winner. Congrats on winning that free month of RotoGrinders Premium or Scores and Odds Premium, and you have that same shot coming up at the end of the video. Lastly, check out splashsports.com/RotoGrinders. Don't know what you're waiting on. By now, I'm sure you've heard us talk about Splash Sports. We talk about it every single week here on the video. They're one of the fastest growing peer-to-peer gaming platforms in both the US and Canada. And be sure to use promo code ROTO10 at sign up. Check the link in the description for more details. All right, let's rock some Week 12. Let's start at running back with Tyrone Tracy of the Giants. So I love the price here on Tyrone Tracy. I really love the ownership as well. Doesn't look to be garnering a ton of ownership early here in the week. And I think it makes sense why people are staying away. A lot of good running back options. Once again this week, Giants are underdogs. We generally want our running backs as favorites, but I think the Giants stay competitive in this game, and I think they really lean on Tyrone Tracy here. Tommy DeVito now the starting quarterback for the New York Giants, and Tracy's been getting a ton of work in this offense. 17 or more touches now in 5 of the last 6 games, breaking off explosives left and right, so gives us a very high ceiling at low ownership here. And what a matchup he gets. The Giants keep this game close. We're talking bottom 5 for Tampa Bay in receptions, receiving yards, and receiving touchdowns. Now, we haven't seen as much receiving work as we have liked here lately, but I think with DeVito, we see a few more checkdowns to Tyrone Tracy, and ultimately also bottom 5 in fantasy points allowed to the running back position. Tyrone Tracy, sneaky option for you here in Week 12. All right, let's go back to a guy that we have had for 2 straight weeks. We're going to make it 3 in a row here on Jaan Jennings. Now, as I said last week, I like to mix it up, give you different plays, but if DraftKings is going to continue to put this price out on Jaan Jennings, to me, the most underpriced player on the site right now at just $5,600. We're talking 11 targets in each of the last 2 games. Not many guys you're going to get 11 targets out of at a sub 6K price point, and he has done well with those targets, averaging over 90 receiving yards per game. They get George Kittle back, so you talk Kittle, McCaffrey, Debo. These defenses can't focus on all of these guys. Should leave him plenty of one-on-one opportunities here. We got a high total game here with the Green Bay Packers, and Jennings continues to smash these numbers, and I'm going to continue to stuff him in lineups here in Week 12. All right, let's go to the tight end position. We'll spend a little money here at happy hour, but still staying under our thresholds with Travis Kelce. So down game last week against Buffalo, but I love going back to the well here. I think ownership will likely flock to some of the other options in this price point, specifically Brock Bowers. He will have some ownership, but I don't think it's as high as it should be here in this spot. Double-digit targets in 4 of the last 6 games, and really reclaiming that throne as the top passing game option here for Patrick Mahomes. Before that Buffalo game, we saw him rip off 3 straight games of 20 or more DraftKings points. Gets a great spot here against the Carolina Panthers, who've allowed a league high 7 touchdowns to the tight end position, giving up the 2nd most fantasy points to tight ends. I think Kelce bounces back in a big way here in Week 12. All right, quarterback up next. We'll stay in the mid-range with Bo Nix of Denver. So we heard a lot of comparisons, Bo Nix, Drew Brees, and we're starting to see this guy look more comfortable, more confident in this offense with each growing week here. Another good spot for Denver and Knicks this week against the Las Vegas Raiders. Multiple touchdown passes for him here in 5 of the last 7 games. One of those games coming against the Raiders and adding value with his legs. Last couple of weeks, not as much, but we know he has big time upside to give us 30, 40, upwards of 50, 60, 70 rushing yards in any given game. Vegas, 7th most passing touchdowns allowed, bottom 10 in fantasy points allowed. And we mentioned that last game against the Raiders, 23 DraftKings points in that one early in the season. This is an even better and improved Bo Nix here in a great spot against the Las Vegas Raiders. All right, we like Bo Nix. Let's pair him up with his number 1 option, Courtland Sutton. Like we talked about with Jennings, to me, Courtland Sutton, one of the more underpriced guys on DraftKings. No idea why this guy remains under 6K. Don't know what he did to the guys over at DraftKings, but we can take advantage of this one. Going to have some ownership, no doubt, but still a target for me. Cash games for sure, and even in tournaments, we'll find ways to get different. Giving us over 20 DraftKings points per game over his last 4, and the price somehow went down from last week. But like I said, a great buy low here, 38 targets over the last month, 7 receptions per game, and averaging over 92 receiving yards per game. Courtland Sutton, one of the most underpriced players on the slate and a favorite of mine for week 12. All right, it's time. Take a look at my favorite play for week 12. Before we do that, let's continue our Beast of the Week contest. Easy to play. Click that thumbs up button and you head to the comment section and guess fantasy points on DraftKings for my Beast of the Week. Whoever's guess is the closest, you're going to get your choice. We're going to give you either a free month of RotoGrinders Premium or a free month of Scores and Odds Premium while you're down there. Get your guess in. I also want to know who is your Beast of the Week for week 12. Sound off in that YouTube comment section. All right, let's wrap it up with my favorite play. You know, Matt's the Beast of the Week. All right, Beast time. We're going to give you a Beast under 6,000 on DraftKings. We are rolling running back Brian Robinson Jr., the Commanders, this week's Beast of the Week. But my favorite play on this slate is Brian Robinson here at just 5,600 on DraftKings. You see the huge pricing discrepancy. I don't even hate him over on FanDuel at 7,900 where those touchdowns hold so much value. So either way, I'm going to be targeting Brian Robinson. Washington 10-point home favorites here against the Dallas Cowboys. We know Jaden Daniels still dealing with some injuries, not running as much. I think they really rely on the ground game here. And Robinson been getting a big dose of that 16 or more carries now in 5 of the last 7, 4 home games this season, averaging 5.5 yards per carry in those games. In Dallas, a spot that he should be able to go nuts here. Giving up over 111 rushing yards per game, 2 running backs this season. That's the 3rd most in the league. 13 rushing touchdowns, 2nd most in the league, and of course, the 2nd most fantasy points per game, Brian Robinson Jr., easily my favorite play on the board in this week's Beast of the Week. All right, guys, that'll do it for our Week 12 six-pack. As always, any comments, questions, or feedback, hit me up in that YouTube comment section or on Twitter at Beermakersfan. Don't forget your guess for Brian Robinson Jr.'s fantasy output on DraftKings for a shot to win some free RotoGrinders Premium. Don't forget to check out splashsports.com/RotoGrinders, promo code ROTO10 over there. Check the link for descriptions on that. Pints and Picks back as well over on our Scores and Odds YouTube page with 2 of my favorite prop bets I love for week 12. Quick programming note, Thanksgiving coming up. We will have a special edition of the six-pack for just the Thanksgiving slate, along with a Pints and Picks video for that 3-game slate, and still have our week 13 video. So busy week for us next week in the Fantasy Bar. Excited with the holidays coming. For RotoGrinders.com, I am Beer saying salut, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Best of luck here in week 12, and we'll see you next time.
Thanks for checking out our videos. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel for more DraftKings, FanDuel, and other DFS content. And you can check out our daily live show schedule on RotoGrinders.com/videos.